I was just searching the web, or YouTube actually, and for some odd reason, I ran across this channel of this girl who was a prostitute. And I invited her to come and view my channel, um, to see if there's any information within my channel that might help her out a bit, because the message, just the little bit of information that I did look at, she seemed to want to jump out of the lifestyle that she was experiencing. So I wanted to make this video more directed at her, but at anybody that's, being heavily judged by society, that you're the scum of the earth, you're not trying hard enough, you're, all of the negative words and opinions and judgments, that are constantly putting you down. Um, so while it might be directed at this girl in particular, this rule sort of applies for anybody that's in that same boat. And my message would be that for me, I can definitely see the pain that you're going through. And for me, I can see that you don't want to be doing what you're doing. You know, I can see how hard that you would want to work at making a shift in your own personal life. And I support you, and like, I definitely see how hard it is that you are working towards. And I can also see that other people's judgments on you is what's making it the biggest challenge of everything. As long as people are judging you, then you get caught on the, why isn't it people supporting me? Why is it, there's just no love being sent to me? If they only knew that a little bit of support goes a long way. Like, I can truly understand what it feels like when a lot of people are judging you. And I can truly understand that it's those judgments that are keeping you in the same game over and over and over again. So, it's the judges that I have more of a problem with. It's the judges that would say something negative about another person's um, experience or path they have in life. It's so easy to judge another person to be negative or wrong or harmful to society. Usually we do that to the victims. We victimize victims over and over and over again. And yet the ones that are committing the freaking crimes, the ones that aren't really aware of everything they're doing, is actually supporting and creating a system that you fall into. For one, we don't even understand what prostitution is. And, we live in what we perceive to be a man's world. They get paid higher. It's a crock if you want to believe that women have equal rights. And, just look at our advertising world. We're scum, we're tits and ass. Look at the manipulation in our marketing that tells you what women are. And then, you know, you don't like it when you see us, you're creating us by the programming that's out there. And if we believe in that programming, if we get brainwashed by the messages and influences in our lives that this is who you are, and then you end up being what everybody else tells you you are, then we're going to criticize you. And it's like, look at what created it in the first place. So my message would be to this one particular girl, but it applies to all others, is you're a pretty strong person. You're stronger than you think you are. You have attracted this life experience because you are so strong. And you're just not aware of your strength yet. And The negative energy and the negative judgments that are being put on you, if you focus on them, if you pay attention to them, if you allow that to weaken you, then you're going to repeat the same game. But every time you hear a judgment, if you see they're just wrong, they don't know what they're talking about, I am strong, find your power. Focus on what's good about you. Find something good about you. Nobody else in the world's going to find anything good about you. So you have to be the one that says, okay, I'm pretty good at this. I'm pretty good at that. I am bigger. I am tougher. Find something, one thing, anything that's good about yourself, and then build on it. Build a lot of energy, a lot of strength around that one good thing about yourself. Because if you focus on that one positive thing and you make it grow, and that's the direction that you go into, you'll find opportunities, you'll find paths, you will find a path out of there by being strong, by being positive, by seeing your own personal worth in life. There's so much opportunity down that road. If your mind can think in that road, then you'll get information. You'll cross paths with somebody. There'll be a magic that you can't even comprehend just show up because you've jumped into that mind frame. But if you go into the, okay, I am no good, all of the negative talk and all of the negative judgments that are being done with you and the heartbreak and the pain of all of that, then that is where your mind is at. That's where you're going to be focusing on. That's where you'll see nobody else is supportive of you. And you will build and build and build on that. So for some odd reason, you're strong enough to get yourself on that friggin' internet. There's some magic around that made you go and do that. Just the words that you used grabbed my attention. I'm supportive of you. I see your greatness. The level of pain or negative experience that you have in your life experience is a reflection of the exact opposite of your full potential. So while you may seem at the very, very bottom, your actually full potential is higher than anybody else that's judging you. And I wouldn't say the object is to put yourself higher than somebody else. The goal should be to be always on an equal plane. Otherwise, you're going to be just as bad as them. As soon as somebody says you're higher or better, then that's the same pattern. You're going to just be who they are, and you don't want to be that. You want to be equal to everybody else. But use that force within you. Know without a doubt there is an opposite to life. And if this is your experience, your potential, everything that you got inside you, everything that you don't know about yourself is to experience the exact opposite. You have the tools, you have the capability, you have the potential. Somebody has just never told you about it. You just didn't know about it. But I'm pretty sure you got a little voice in your head that's been telling you, and you've been ignoring that little voice. Something inside you is telling you, I'm better than this. I'm more capable of something. Otherwise, you wouldn't have made the video. Otherwise, you wouldn't say, hey, I'm trying to get out of this. But from my experience, nobody saved me. There is no God, there is no Jesus that comes down and is going to save all of the little children or save everybody from starvation. God shows up when we show up. So it's like you will unfold your God potential once you show up and believe in yourself. So all I can do is provide the tools and suggestions that helped me. And I know they really pulled me out from the gutter. And it is a process. You have to work at it all the time. But the best thing I can do is tell you every time you see a judgment from somebody else, transform that into some form of power for you. When somebody's judging you to be negative, just know in your heart that I'm twice as good as what you're judging me to be. I have the potential to be something so much better than what you judge me to be, and one day I'll show you. So I hope that kind of helps. I love you, and I hope you still participate in my channel and ask questions, and anytime you need anything that I can possibly help you out with, I will. Love to you. Bye-bye.